What's going on, beautiful bees? Hope you're doing fabulous and having a great day. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about plant sources of calcium and what it can do for you. So if you're just tuning into my channel, welcome. Talk a lot about raw living foods, detoxing, cleansing out the body, and how we can heal by doing some detoxes and bringing in some raw food to clean these weak areas out. And for me, what I've been dealing with is a weak parathyroid gland. And I know a lot of people out there, they may also have the same issue, a weak parathyroid gland. And what this does is, this gland is plays a major role in calcium utilization. And so if we are not utilizing calcium, then that can lead to a number of things. It's even with depressions, there's a huge link with the parathyroid gland and depression and calcium utilization. And so if you've been following me, you notice I'm not a big fan of taking calcium supplements, which is what most doctors will put people on. And I don't like to isolate chemistry too much. I like to let nature handle that. Nature has done a pretty good job, providing fruits and vegetables, fruits right off the trees in whole form. So I'm all about a holistic approach. And that way, you get all the flavonoids and the fiber and the water content with the fruit in whole form. So when you have a weak parathyroid, we want to look at increasing calcium sources from plants. And the reason why I say plants is because, there's been Harvard studies, so many long-term scientifically proven studies with cow's milk, and that source of calcium is very acidic on the body. It's also a foreign protein to the human body. And it actually does the opposite when it's tested. It'll actually, because it's acidic, it'll actually leach more calcium from your bones and your tissues than give you calcium. Because of the foreign protein and because it's cooked, what they do is, they cook the milks out there, so it loses that, even the enzymes. But on top of that, it's not even our species milk. So we're putting in a foreign mucus, foreign protein in the body if we drink cow's milk. And our body's going to have a response and produce mucus because it's going to try to protect our glands, our tissues from these acids that are coming in from, the milks and the processed food, the junk foods and the meat. So if we're eating an acidic diet, a very inflammatory diet, then the body is going to have to produce a lot of mucus, and it's going to have to take calcium, one of the richest minerals of our body. It's going to have to pull calcium from our bones, our tissues, to try to keep everything in balance, to neutralize these acids. So the first thing is just looking at not bringing in the acids, right? Not bringing in the acidic foods like the fast food, the junk food, the pastas and the breads and the high proteins. So it's really about looking at bringing more fresh fruits and vegetables and doing some juices to cleanse the body and bring some alkaline foods in the body to start healing from these health issues. So that was kind of a long spiel I just did, but I really wanted to make a point that if we don't even bring in the acidic foods, then our body is not going to have to work as hard to maintain balance. Won't have to pull calcium from our bones and our tissues to keep in balance. So something that you can do if you have a weak parathyroid gland like me is you can focus on bringing in more calcium-rich foods. So all fruits, vegetables, and leafy greens have calcium. And have amino acids, have proteins. And the richest sources, are your collard greens. There's also oranges, doing monomeals of oranges, even carrots. Juicing carrots has lots of calcium. and even doing, if you want to make your own nut milk, which nuts are on the acid side of chemistry, so you don't want to do too much of the nuts, but a little bit here and there is okay, like almonds. I like to make my own almond milk, and almonds are high in calcium. So those are excellent plant sources, but really the leafy greens and your fruits like your berries, your oranges that's really, really good for the glands, for the parathyroid gland. And then there's also, if you want to pump it up even more, there's kelp. So I got this kelp powder, which it is pretty potent, you guys. So if you don't want to do the kelp powder, there is kelp in capsules, which will be easier for you to take in. But what I do is I do lots of smoothies, so I just added a little bit of kelp powder in there, and you don't really taste that, the seaweed taste. So kelp is really high in calcium, and it's an excellent source of, it's even an excellent source of iron too. But calcium is really, really high in calcium. So those are just some sources that I'm doing, but I'm still doing lots of green juices. Parsley is high in calcium, so if you want to just throw some parsley into your vegetable juices, that's really going to help the parathyroid gland. And then I've been doing some orange juice. Freshly squeezed navel oranges are the bomb, you guys. And yeah, that's really been helping. But all fruits and vegetables and leafy greens, you're going to find your calcium, you're going to find your protein and your amino acids. And it's also going to hydrate the body and bring in the alkaline foods to kind of take out some of these acid buildups in the body. And sometimes it's just good to do a nice cleanse, a nice detox, clean the body out. We often, we clean our cars, we clean our house, but oftentimes we may neglect the body. So sometimes it's good to just do a cleanse of the body, and the parathyroid and your adrenal glands, those are, what I'm finding with working with people is the adrenal glands, the kidneys, and the parathyroid. A couple of the major glands that are always getting hit, and so many of us have been born with weak glands. So that's my video today. So I hope that helps you out, and stay tuned for more videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and we'll see you in the next video. As always, be alkaline, be yourself, and be getting in some raw food today. Cheers.